Okay, welcome to the May 19th special select board meeting.
I make a motion to go into executive session, discussion of personnel matters pursuant to MRSA 1, Section 405-6A.
Second.
All those in favor? We'll go into executive session.
Motion to come out of executive session.
So moved.
All in favor? We're out of executive session.
I make a motion to appoint the position of the new town manager to Joseph Crocker.
I will second that.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Could I have a comment, though, afterwards?
Yes.
I was one person that was asked about me and questions from about everyone I ran into after the morning meeting where we made him interim town manager. I don't know if people realized on the board that in less than 24 hours, there was 40 people had reviewed that. And so when this process started,
Did you see Frank out there?
I didn't see him.
I had a lot of questions and a lot of people asking me, and I told them as much as I knew, which was nothing at all. And I'm hoping that you'll allow me to read the confidential agreement that we signed so they'd understand why I couldn't answer the questions. All I did is ask a person if it should have been confidential, and next thing I know, I was getting blamed for several things. And if you don't think it's appropriate, then I understand that. But I think if people understood that we had to sign confidential agreements, that would explain.
Yep. No, you can read the agreement.
Just the agreement, that's all I want to read.
Yep.
So that people understand what we have to do to protect the candidates.
Well, plus executive session stays in executive session. It can't be talked out of anyway. So anybody that thinks out in the world that it can
Right.
be.
Well,
is
most
completely
people
wrong.
knew that. So, and again, a lot of this is to protect the candidates and the process so that people aren't overwhelmed with questions. It says, and I appreciate you letting me do it because it explains a lot to people when they're saying, well, it should be public and whatnot.
Right.
I don't,
But
I'm at
executive
this,
session can't be public
that
anyway.
wasn't what the question was about, it was what the process was, and I had no idea. But anyway, yeah, I should have set them aside, is what I should have done. But anyway, so it's an interview team member confidentiality agreement. It is critical that strict confidentiality be maintained before, during, and after all phases of the interview process. Please do not discuss the process with anyone outside of your interview committee. By signing this, you are also agreeing that you can be fair and impartial member without bias to any interviewee. I don't know how to say it. Anyone being interviewed. If requested, the Human Resource Council is responsible for providing information to applicants regarding the status and reason for non-selection. This information will come directly from your screening and interview evaluations, and it is public record. Our signatures below signify that we understand and will uphold the confidentiality of the interview and selection process. We also understand that failure to comply with these standards may result in immediate removal of the committee. Once you sign it, and then you go into the executive session, both things become confidential.
Okay.
All right, motion to go into executive session pursuant to, for the consideration and award of town scholarships pursuant to MRSA 1, Section 405-6F.
Second?
Second?
Second. Yeah.
All those in favor? We're in executive session.
Motion to come out of executive session.
Second?
All those in favor?
Okay, a motion to proceed and give to Mel what was discussed in executive session regarding awarding scholarships.
All those in favor?
Please second?
Second.
Second. All
Second?
those in favor? Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor? Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.